Andy likes to move it. Anna's dancing off camera, but I know if I turn the camera around she'll stop. But she was properly giving it some... It's like musical statues. I don't know if we're catching any of it. Hello folks and welcome to this week's weekly vlog. This week starting on Thursday. If you don't know why it's starting on Thursday, you need to check back a couple of days on the channel because we had an awesome video that came out from when we were in Manchester for the first half of the week. So first 3 days of the week, Manchester was awesome. Rest of the week, this video also going to be awesome. It is going to be busy though because having spent the first 3 days of the week away and with it being Birmingham Comic Con on Saturday, I've now got 2 days to basically do a week's work. So I've spent all morning editing the Manchester vlog together. Still haven't recorded anything at all today. And now I'm taking this lady to uni because she's got a lunchtime start today. So she's off to uni. Andy is back from Respite after school today. So we'll be seeing him come back very, very soon. And then, like I say, we've got Birmingham shenanigans coming up as well. So a busy, busy week. And in fact, I did record a little bit last night when we got home. So when we got home, the Gusto box was sat on the doorstep waiting for us. So I'll just pass back to Past Kev quickly so we can have a little look at what we're going to be having for dinner this week. Because I show you the dinners, so you may as well see me opening the box, but we need to go to uni. And luckily for us, the pouring rain has followed us back from Manchester, so it's really, really wet outside, which is lovely. Past Kev, do your thing.
So this week's Gusto box, which I have completely forgotten what's in it, because I ordered it to come on Monday, then remembered we weren't here, so quickly changed it for it to arrive today. So I don't know what time today it turned up. It was on the doorstep when we got home, but lots of veg and brioche buns and wow, eggs. We're having something with eggs in. Never been so excited to see eggs before. So our meals this week, we have bangers and mash, which we had last week and it was really nice. We have cottage pie, which I don't know if we had that, did we have that last week? I think we did, and that was really nice. We have, this is new, Herbie pork and egg burger with crispy potatoes. That looks awesome. And then to finish off, I thought that was a fifth one. To finish off, teriyaki chicken donburi bowl, which we've had before and is awesome.
And of course, as with previous weeks, I've put our Gusto link down in the description below. So if you want to sign up for a Gusto box to make any of the meals that you're going to see scattered throughout this video that we have this week, the link is down in the description below. If you sign up using that link, it gets you a discount off of your first box and the rest of your first month's box is actually. And also gives us a little bit of commission as well. So it's win-win for everybody. Details down in the description. But I need to put all this stuff away. It's really raining.
It is really raining.
Are you leaving that half of sandwich for me?
No. Oh. I'm going to leave you the packet.
Oh, thanks.
So you can take it home.
Have a delightful day.
I would rather be at home.
Well, nah.
Hold up.
I'll eat it. Does anyone want a bite of egg and cress sandwich? Which Anna shouldn't be eating because it's got gluten in it.
It does have gluten.
Throw the sandwich on the floor so you don't get bad tummy.
Oh, I need to eat.
Bye! And I'm officially back into normal routine now. It is 3:10. Anna's not here and I'm waiting for Andy and Amy to get home. Forget the fact it's Thursday rather than Tuesday. Forget the fact Andy hasn't been here for 6 days. Forget the fact Amy's not been here for 8 days. Forget the fact that Anna's at uni and not at work. It's all normal. This is normal. This is normality. I've got my videos done. Well, I say my videos done. I've not done any FIFA stuff. I don't know when that's going to be coming back because I've got to do at least 2 Football Manager videos tomorrow so that we can go to Birmingham on Saturday and not have to work then. So it's going to be another busy day tomorrow, but I'm really happy with the Manchester vlog. That took like 3 or 4 hours this morning, but I'm really happy with it. So hopefully that goes down well. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully a thumbnail and description that makes it very clear Andy's not in the video still gets people watching. But yeah, just waiting for them to come home now, and then we'll figure out what to do for dinner because we've got these Gusto box obviously, but it's only meals for 2 because we normally plan to have it when Amy's not here, but we've already missed the first part of the week, so we've got 4 meals. I'm not here on Saturday, so we can't really have it today unless I do 2 different ones, which that sounds like a lot of faff. But then but then Friday and Sunday are the next 2 opportunities. Can't have one on Saturday, and the next box comes on Monday. So I am thinking probably the most sensible thing to do is to make 2 completely different meals. Is that a sentence anyone's ever said before? Well, I have a selection of children in the room now, and Dave was very excited to see both of them. We have Amy, who's here on a Thursday. Proof Amy exists on Thursdays. We weren't entirely sure, but now we know. We also have an Andy, who's back from his respite care. Have you had a good few days?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Goat Simulator.
I'm sure you can play some Goat Simulator later on. He won't have played it since his epic 3-hour session that he had on Saturday morning. So you can play some Goat Simulator in a little while, but he's you can play it today, just not right now. So he's got his straight onto his laptop and his iPad, because they're the 2 things he doesn't get to take with him. He takes his DS and his Vita and all that other stuff, but he doesn't have the laptop or the iPad with him when he goes to respite. So he's had 5 days without that stuff, so he's going to get caught up on that. My prediction will be he'll be upstairs within the next 2 or 3 minutes. I might come down again until Anna's home at 6 o'clock. But I need to dig out his folder so I can work out what he actually got up to there.
Go swimming again.
Did you go swimming?
Yeah.
As you can no doubt hear, Anna is now home.
Move.
Andy likes to move it.
Move it.
Anna's dancing off camera, but I know if I turn the camera around she'll stop. But she was properly giving it some...
Move it.
It's like musical statues. I don't know if we're catching any of it. Sorry if I've just made you feel sick. I'll try not to move the camera too violently again.
I like the
Richard. Sorry. Oh, okay.
What is he watching?
Move it.
That's not why I turned the camera on. Dave, shift. Move. You're going the wrong way. We need to let the female sit down. Dave, stop it. Dave, stop it. Hello. She has the list of instructions. Don't hold it up like that, 'cause it's got writing on the back. They can see that. We're not allowed to read them out, which I assume also means holding them up for them to read.
Didn't know it was stuff on the back.
Exactly, so it's accidental if anyone tries to sue us. But she has the Andy's menu of activities from when he was at his respite since Saturday afternoon. So it's now Thursday evening. So that's what? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like 5 days. 5 days. So what's he been up to? Saturday.
Move it. I like the...
Move it.
I'm sorry.
So on Saturday he watched The Weakest Link and just hung out in his room by the looks of it. He did some gluing. No, what was he gluing?
A poppy.
Oh, he glued a poppy. That's cool.
Amazing.
And then Sunday morning he was watching Challenge. He's got the whole of that place watching Challenge. They were telling us at the EHCP meeting that we had a little while ago that they all sit and watch Challenge now. They all love it, even the staff. So he's fully converted them to watching Challenge. He went for a walk for the Remembrance Parade.
No, he went in a wheelchair.
I went with a walk for staff.
Where is it?
During this I started to push the chair with my feet. What? Why did you go? Lazy kid. He does that sometimes. He doesn't actually say he went in a wheelchair, does he? But I guess he must have done. Wow, he is quite capable of walking. That is just sheer laziness if he's got in a wheelchair. And then he watched more Challenge. Monday, obviously he went to school, and then in the evening time he watched Challenge, and during the adverts asked the staff to tickle his feet. Tuesday, obviously school again, and then more Challenge, and bouncing on a gym ball and more feet tickling, yeah. And then Wednesday, let's see if we can guess what he did Wednesday after school. He watched Challenge.
Andy!
He watched Challenge and then had his feet tickled during the ad breaks. He's done the same thing every day that he's been there, which I guess is what he wanted to do. They're as bad as each other. You point, they make all this noise off camera, so you can't vlog, and then you were, and then as soon as you turn the camera on, and they're like silent statues.
Move it.
There you go. He's doing it on purpose.
Move it.
Tickle your arms.
There you go. I like to move it. I I like to move it, I like to move it.
So in general, he's had a pretty good time. Food-wise, he was offered an omelette, but refused it. He did eat his waffles though. This was all on Saturday. Usual crisps, fish fingers, waffles, toast. Monday again, fish fingers and waffles.
Butter it itself.
Yeah. More fish fingers and waffles. He chose a small piece of chocolate brownie. He tried it and didn't like it, but that's awesome that he chose it and tried it. And then he had Yorkshire pudding with his tea on Wednesday. So fish fingers, waffles and Yorkshire pudding. That classic combo.
We bought a magnet on Sunday.
What, he bought one from the shop? Oh, okay. Oh, cool, a fridge magnet thing to go with your new fridge magnet. Was his a fridge magnet or a dishwasher magnet? Because your one was a dishwasher magnet.
I like to move it, 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 I like to
He likes to move it. He's pleased to be home, as you can tell. And then bedtimes, he was in bed by between 7:30 and 8:30 every night. So
winky.
so he's been having some early nights. Doesn't say what time he's been getting up, which is interesting. Presumably quite early if he's been going to bed that early. Andy, what do you want to do now?
Goat simulator.
It's Goat Simulator time.
And we're into Friday, and I don't know if you could tell yesterday, but yesterday things got a little bit tense. I was a little bit stressed, a little bit worried that I wasn't going to get all the work done that I needed to get done to be able to do the things that I wanted to do. Basically, I wasn't going to be able to record enough Football Manager videos to be able to go to Comic-Con tomorrow. So I did something last night that I haven't done for a while, and I pulled a late night recording and editing session. I was supposed to be streaming. I did promise people I'd stream, but I mean, streaming is fun, but it doesn't really make any money. So I think I've been quite open with people about that over the last however many months, that I'll stream when I can, so I enjoy doing it, and it's nice interaction with people I don't normally get to interact with. But if it comes to a choice between streaming or making a video, I always have to choose making a video because that's what the business is. So I cancelled the stream, recorded my Football Manager videos last night, got to the point where I could record another one first thing this morning, and long story short, it's now Friday lunchtime. Today's Football Manager video is recorded, tomorrow's is recorded, and I can do Sundays on Sunday, so we're good for Comic-Con. There's no FIFA videos this week, there's no streams this week, but I think that balance is just about right, which is good. It also means that we're approaching Friday lunchtime and I'm effectively free for the rest of the day. I've got a few bits and pieces I need to do. I'm just about to pick Amy up from school because she's got a dentist appointment up in Grantham this afternoon. Her mum's taking her to that, but she can't get home from work in time to pick her up from school. It's complicated. Basically, I'm picking Amy up from school and then she's being picked up from my house by her mum like 10 minutes later. And then I need to head back over to the other side of Peterborough, because if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I went and got an eye test. My eyes, I have old man eyes. My new glasses are finally ready, so I'm gonna go and pick those up. Anna wants me to go and trade in a game for her. I've got the new Pokemon game sat at home. We've got the podcast coming up later tonight. It's still gonna be a busy day, but it's variety busy. Variety busy is good. Well, Amy has come and gone. I've now made it to the shopping centre. I have Death Stranding in hand, and I wasn't a fan. She wants me to swap it for the new Star Trek game, which I have no idea why she wants that, but gives you an idea of how much she didn't like this. But first, glasses. I am home, Anna's new game has been procured. Dave is very excited and pleased to see me and running around all over the place. But most importantly, I have my new glasses. Allow me to show them to you. Pair number one are these ones. Very snazzy. They're both going to be similar sort of styles. It's my brand now. I can't change my style of glasses at this point. So this is pair number one. These are Lacoste, for those of you who care about that kind of thing. And pair number two are these. And these ones are Barbour. They came in a box, so a little cardboard box for the case to go in, which seems a lot like overkill to me. They've both, but the most important thing about the two is they've both got the blue lens things that are apparently supposed to be much better for eye strain when I'm using a computer for extended periods of time, which obviously I do every day. So fingers crossed, any signs of eye strain or the little headaches I've been getting here and there recently will be gone. In slightly less positive news, Anna just had a rather worrying call from Andy's school asking her to check the medicine that we got sent back from his respite place, and I've just checked and it's not his, and it's not his medicine, and we gave it to him this morning because it's not something we've ever thought to check. We just took the bottle of medicine out of his bag. The bottle was the same size, the same shape. It had a syringe in the box. The box is the same brand, same colour on the box. We just didn't check the actual name of the medicine or the label to check that it was his. We should have done. We absolutely should have done. But then, obviously, so should the school. And I don't know where the mistake has been made, whether it's been made at the school or the respite place. Data protection stuff, they couldn't tell me whether the kid whose name was on the bottle was one of theirs or one of the respite place or whatever it might be. So I don't know where that mistake's made. We completely hold our hands up and say, obviously we've made a pretty big mistake on our end too. We are in the process of getting the bottles swapped over. School are heading out to us now to swap the bottles over before Andy gets home from school, and we're waiting for the school nurse to check on him. It seems that they're very similar medications, and they're just slightly different things that kind of do the same thing with kind of similar doses. So fingers crossed there's not going to be any repercussions. Obviously I am now completely on standby to either take him to a hospital or meet him at a hospital if that's what the school nurse decides needs to be done. But I'm leaving it in the hands of the professional at the moment. I'm sure they know what they're doing. But yeah, that was a scary phone call to get, especially in that little gap between checking and yes, the medication is wrong, and obviously searching it up on my phone, looking on Wikipedia, finding out what it was, checking the leaflet and all that kind of thing. But like I say, it looks like fingers crossed, based on what I've found, they seem very similar things, and hopefully it's a situation where it's not ideal, but it's hopefully not going to be any kind of problem, no risk to Andy. But obviously if that is the case, then we've got very lucky, because it could have been utterly disastrous. And the school have obviously launching an investigation at their end. We have learned a very valuable lesson at this end, that when he comes back from anywhere, whenever anyone other than us has handled that medication, we need to be treating it as a new bottle from the pharmacy. But you know, it's one of those things, you're rushing around in the morning getting everyone ready for school. Today was Anna was off at uni, Andy was at school, Amy was here, she had to go off to school. I was busy. I talked about that earlier in the vlog, about how busy I was and how eager I was to rush and get on with work. And I know none of that is an excuse, and none of that makes what's happened okay. But I think you can probably kind of understand why in that moment, in that rush, we don't ever check his medicine bottle, because it just lives on the windowsill in the living room. And as we're getting him ready for school, he has his breakfast, then he has his medicine out of the bottle in the syringe, he has a can of Dr. Pepper afterwards, and then he goes and gets dressed. And it's just how it works. So like I say, fingers crossed, not a big deal, but scary business for a minute there. As you can see, Andy is now home from school and fine. Just completely normal and fine. So we'll keep an eye on him, but fingers crossed. It's I don't want to say a false alarm, but no reason to panic is probably a more accurate way of describing it. Just got to keep an eye on him. So today's Gusto Delight is bangers and mash with oven roasted onions and green beans and delicious onion gravy, and it is good. How's your new Star Trek game then?
Well, it's not that, is it, Kevin?
Looks a lot like Star Trek to me. Where's the box? Do we not have a box? No box? Did you smell it? Excellent. Well, I'm going to leave you to that because you're a nerd. Whereas I'm going to do something distinctly non-nerdy over here. Because Pokemon is cool, Star Trek is for nerds. Yeah. Andy seems completely fine. He's sat at home now playing on his goat simulator game while Andy gets his bath ready. I am currently sat outside Peterborough Hospital. I could have led with that. That would have been clickbaity. Andy is fine. I'm at the hospital picking Lucy up. She's done a late finishing shift. She was due to finish at 9. It's 8 and I've had the call so that she's ready to be picked up. So sat out here ready to pick her up. I then need to go and grab some supplies for Anna for tomorrow while the 3 of us are in Birmingham. So I need stuff for Anna and Andy. So they're crisps and whatever Anna's going to eat. She doesn't really cook, so it'll just be Anna food, which I haven't even looked at the list yet. And then it's podcast night, so I think we'll probably wrap today up after Lucy said hello, and then tomorrow is going to be awesome.
My badge.
Would you like to show the vlog?
Oh, I got
Lucy's here and she's showing off her new badge in her costume.
Oh wait, I feel like this is a very, very bad angle for me.
Well, should I do it from there?
No, put it there. Put it there.
I can't zoom in on the badge then. You wanted to show off the badge.
My NHS Pride badge.
There we go. Splendid. We had a delightful day.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm picking you up in 11 hours to go to Comic-Con. In fact, 10 hours 45 minutes.
I know. I actually can't believe this. It was my first late, and it wasn't too bad. But the hardest thing is because
You've got a beverage.
yeah, I need the sugar.
Okay.
The hardest thing is about a late is that it feels like a day off in the morning, because I was just watching TV and I was like, oh, gotta get ready. And I feel like today was so much harder because I'd already felt like I'd had my day. It was so weird. I didn't even get a lay-in because my body's broken from I can't lay
Don't
anymore.
worry, you don't get one tomorrow either.
I know, I can't believe this. I didn't even realise. I forgot it was this weekend until like 2 days ago when...
I reminded her earlier in the week that it's Comic-Con this weekend. So, I am now, through the magic of the weekly vlog, going to cut probably to tomorrow afternoon, because I think Comic-Con's going to be a separate video, but everything else tomorrow will be part of the weekly vlog. So, you'll see Lucy again in a moment.
And I'll probably be crying because I'm tired.
It is Saturday morning. We are on our way to Comic-Con. It is 7:40. I was supposed to, well, I did get to their house to pick them up at 7. But they're lazy children who didn't get into the car until about 15:15.
No, it was 10 past. It was 11 past actually.
So we've stopped at the first McDonald's we've seen on the way. It's probably about an hour and a bit to get to the event from here, so it's not too bad. We're not going to put the Comic-Con stuff in this vlog. It's going to be a standalone video, but we will catch up with you later in the day when we head into Birmingham, because this one has plans for us in Birmingham, which are going to be awesome. So this is Sleepy Lucy about to have a muffin to wake her up. A fussy vegetarian muffin, because she's become a fussy vegetarian. And we'll check in with you again with our coats on, probably heading into the middle of Birmingham. Well, we just had a splendid morning in Comic-Con. If you want to see what we got up to there is going to be a full vlog on that coming out in a couple of days. But now our plan is we're heading into Birmingham. There's a few bits we want to check out there, and particularly Primark. There's a good reason for us specifically heading to Primark. We're going to have something to eat, do a little bit of shopping. There's the Christmas market there, and we might come back here later on in the day once it's quieted down a little bit, but Comic-Con in the middle of the afternoon on a Saturday, just too busy. So we've made it into the centre of Birmingham and the awesome Christmas market, the second Christmas market I've been to this week, after Manchester earlier in the week. But we're not doing the market now, we're just kind of walking through it, because goal number 1 is Primark. Here we go then, folks, the world's largest Primark, over 5 floors, complete with Disney cafe and a Hogwarts area. This is going to be awesome.
It says that you're Elsa.
I am Elsa. And then the smaller version of it that doesn't have me in it is a Primark exclusive. So this is the Disney cafe in Primark, as you'd expect. A little bit of queue to get in for a Saturday, like 4 or 5 weeks before Christmas, but nothing too horrendous. I can see there are spare tables in there, so hopefully we won't be queuing for too long. We've also seen over there is the Harry Potter section, and they've got the whole Disney shopping section around here too. So we're going to be in here a while. So this is the menu at the Disney cafe. And you want Mickey Mouse pancakes?
No, I've changed my mind to size for cake.
These two boring people had cake. I had Mickey Mouse waffles. Well, they weren't lying, that is a pretty big Primark. We did kind of usual Primark things, which is wander around the shop, find a few bits we quite liked. The girls found some Harry Potter pyjamas they liked, but then we saw the queues and realised we didn't like the stuff we found as much as we thought we did. But it was fun, it was worth having a little trip in there. Our plan now, we're heading into the Bull Ring. There's a couple of shops in there we want to go to, and then I think we're going to head back over to Comic-Con when that quieting down a little bit around 4 o'clock and spend a little bit more time in there. Well, we've completed some secret Christmas shopping. The girls are now queuing for the toilet over there. We've had a bubble tea as well. We've had so many beverages today, but I think we are just about done in the centre of Birmingham. So I think we're going to head over and have a couple more hours at Comic-Con and then head home. It's been a really rather marvellous day. And I'm home after a super long but super fun day. It's about 13.5 hours after I left, about 17,000 steps after I left. I'm tired, I've done lots of driving, my knee's all swollen, which is a bit of a worry, I don't know why. But I am home. Anyone who was worried about this gentleman from yesterday, he's fine now. Anna's just having her dinner that I've just brought home, and I am going to sit in...
Did you not tell them about how he was in the bath?
No, I didn't mention that actually yesterday. After all of the kerfuffle yesterday about the medicine, he then fell asleep in the bath about what, 8:20,
Yeah,
8:30ish? Yeah, Anna had to help him out of the bath, walk him into his bedroom, so he was drowsy, but he's been absolutely fine today. He got up roughly when I did this morning, about 6:30, and yeah, he's been fine all day, acting as normal. Grumpy, but he's probably grumpy because he didn't have his medicine yesterday.
Yeah, maybe.
So he's been off that. But he seems alright now. But I am now going to sit myself on that chair with this Switch and play Pokemon Sword until my battery dies, and then I'm going to go to sleep.
For half an hour you can play FIFA. I've got to take him for a bath.
It's Pokemon Day. I'll see you in the morning.
And it's Sunday morning and I've woken up poorly. Not properly poorly. I've just got a sore throat. It feels like I've got a bubble in the back of my throat. So I'm at Tesco. I need to be here anyway because Andy's run out of all he ate all the bread and all the butter yesterday, so I need to stock up on stuff for his toast so he can have some breakfast and something just to sort out my throat. I could do without having a sore throat, certainly for the next few days, because Football Manager 20 comes out, the full version comes out on Tuesday, so that's the start of my main series for the year. I can't be croaking my way through that like that, so I need every sore throat remedy Tesco has is about to get purchased, and I'm going to take them all. I recommend you don't take them all, it's probably bad, but I'm going to take as much as I can take based on the instructions on the packets and try and cure my throat. Well, I did buy all of the medication they had. I've taken lots of it. I'm about to take my 4th dose of the day and go to bed. The in-betweeny bits, all I really did was play Pokemon and feel sorry for myself, so I didn't really feel worthy of being recorded. It's the joys of the weekly vlog. It means when we have days like this, we don't have to miss out on a video entirely. I just don't show you the rubbish bits. So, fingers crossed after, I mean, I am already starting to feel a little bit better. I'm laying it on a little thick now. I did feel pretty rough this afternoon though, but fingers crossed, all will be good in the morning, and I've caught it early enough for it not to be a big issue. But like I say, we'll end the video there, so hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for next week's weekly vlog, the Comic-Con video from earlier on in this vlog, plus loads of other cool stuff coming up too. Of course, Vlogmas is on the way, back to daily vlogging for a month in December, and just lots of stuff, loads of reasons to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.